So in the form we're learning to move as a being, but not just in the practice of the form. And so we're developing a frequency here that we can not only bathe in, but create and see that actually it's being downloaded, let's just call it from higher spheres of life, for you to live this no fear life by just simply being true. But that will have you knowing no other. So when others move, you must feel the field. And we're learning somewhere how we can help each other, paradox, because there's no other, in recreating humanity. That's what we're actually about. Recreating humanity in the likeness of our first form, which is light itself. That's what we're about. And so one who is truly in this practice is beginning to realize that if you want to realize the principles of the masculine and feminine in the attraction to man and woman as a life of God or love, you must realize your principal fear and dissolve it, which is other. So now we can turn to Tantra, ears prick up, or the masculine and feminine attraction. Because everything that I just said is involved in the attraction of man and woman too. Because the principle that you believe yourself to be as ego or separate self, that fear is separation, or that principle is just the separating energy of belief of other. So people like us can say there is no other, but whether we will function as no other is another thing. So I'd like to just come to that point. Then how do we function as no other? How does that look? Well, on a very ground level, it looks like this. Your growing ability to listen. Your growing ability to be stillness listening. Your growing ability to meditate this moment and all its forms. So if you're with someone that's having a dilemma, where I'm coming from, you can't fix them. But they are a display of the re-engineering of the body-mind of humanity. And we all play different parts in this. What I'm expressing here is that fundamentally this belief in other is where our fear comes from. It doesn't come from anywhere else. It's the belief in other. And the belief in other, of course, up until this point, has been pushing humanity to evolve. Okay? Been pushing humanity to evolve. This belief in other causes such pain and division. You surely can see that over centuries and centuries. But that's the way it is, because all this movement is evolutionary. But I suggest we're moving to another place. Okay? So, now I'm going to come to man and woman about this. I know I am not man. My knowing is I am not man. I am consciousness. But deeper than that, I am awareness from which consciousness moved. As awareness, I was moved from awareness into consciousness, for the purpose that awareness become aware of itself, consciousness can become conscious of itself, and forms can become conscious of awareness, having consciousness, having awareness, having a body moving in the universe. I'll say that one. Double latte, cappuccino. Yeah, but look at the enjoyment, right? That's our enjoyment of the discovery of who I am. That's where the enjoyment is. So awareness couldn't be aware unless it had the consciousness to know it was aware. But then that moves consciousness to want to know it was conscious. And then consciousness, pervading the universe, the knower of the universe, also needs to know it's conscious and aware and moving as light, energy, and form. And that's the return home, the figure 8. Do you need me to say that again?